Hello everyone. In this video we will discuss about Global Hunger Index, that is the GHI. GHI is currently published by the Concern Worldwide and World Hunger Hilfe. And a short history about the GHI is that in 2006 it was first published by the International Food Policy Research Institute along with World Hunger Hilfe. And in 2007, Concern Worldwide joined the group. And in 2018, the International Food Policy Research Institute withdrew from the project. And currently, the Global Hunger Index is published by the two organizations, that is the Concern Worldwide and World Hunger Hilfe. The Concern Worldwide is an international organization which is concerned for hunger in the world over. And similarly, World Hunger Hilfe is a German-based private organization which is also concerned for the hunger world over. So the dimension of the GHI are these. There are three dimensions, that is undernourishment, child undernutrition, and child mortality. All the three dimensions are given equal weight, that is one third, one third, one third. And there are four indicators. Undernourishment dimension has one indicator, that is share of population whose caloric intake is found to be insufficient according to the prescription of the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations. Child undernutrition has two indicators. These are child wasting and child stunting, where child wasting is the share of children under 5 age whose weight is low for their height, which reflects acute undernutrition. And child stunting is the share of children under 5 age whose height is low for their age, reflecting chronic undernutrition. Child mortality has one indicator, that is under 5 mortality, which is the share of children under 5-year-old who died before reaching their 5th birthday. And as I've said, all the three dimensions are given equal weight. So therefore, when we look at the undernourishment, when its weight is one third, this one third has to be shared with one indicator. So which means that one indicator will get 1 by third weight. And undernutrition has one third weight, and this one third has to be shared between the two indicators, that is child wasting and child stunting. So therefore, its indicator of child undernutrition will get 1 by 6 and 1 by 6. And child mortality has one third weight, and this one third has to be shared with one indicator of the child mortality, that is one third. For those who have not understood how this one third, 1 by 6 and 1 by third are coming, I will just try to make you understand by writing here one third from the dimension, then this has to be divided with one indicator. So this will be one third. This is the one. And this one third of child undernutrition has to be divided between child wasting and child stunting. So which means two indicators are there. So we will get 1 by 6. This is the one and this is the one. And child mortality has 1 by third divided by 1 only, one indicator of child mortality. So we will get 1 by third. This is the one. So this is how we get the weight for all the four indicators. Let me clear this. Okay. Now let's go to next slide. So here is the formula for estimating the global hunger index, that is the GHI. So GHI formula has 1 by third multiplied by standardized PUN, where PUN is proportion of undernourishment, which is the indicator, plus 1 by 6 multiplied by standardized CWA, where CWA is the child wasting, plus 1 by 6 multiplied by standardized CST, where CST is the child stunting, plus 1 by third multiplied by standardized CM, where CM is the child mortality. So this 1 by third, 1 by 6, 1 by 6 and 1 by third, they're coming from the weight, where we have seen in the last this slide. So these are the weights which we are seeing in this formula, and this standardized PUN, CWA, CST, CM we have to calculate by using the formula, and the score of the GHI will range from 0 to 100, where 0 is taken to be the best score that reflects zero hunger, and 100 is the worst score, which indicates absolute hunger. So let's move ahead and see how to calculate this GHI. So this is the formula for calculating standard values, and here we will see for the year 2024. Okay, so this is the formula for calculating standardized values used in 2024 GHI estimation. So for standardized PUN, that is proportion of undernourishment, this is the formula: PUN divided by 80 multiplied by 100. And for standardized CST, this is the one. For standardized CWA rate divided by 30 multiplied by 100, and standardized child mortality is equal to child mortality rate divided by 35 multiplied by 100. Okay, so then the question is, from where these denominator 80, 70, 30, 35 are coming from? So to answer these, I have put the note here. So if you read the note, you'll understand how these 80, 70, 30 and 35 are coming. And PUN, CST rate, CWA rate, CM rate are the actual values of a specific country, which we will see in the subsequent slide. So just to make you understand about this denominator, let me just read out for you here. Note, each of the four component indicators, which means the PUN, CST, CWA and CM, is given a standardized score based on threshold set slightly above the highest country level values observed worldwide, which means this 80, 70, 30, 35 are coming from the standardized value which has been adjusted based on the highest score of a specific country. For example, if the highest score with regard to proportion of undernourishment was 76.5% of specific country, so the average, or the not the average but the threshold for standardization will be taken as 80, which is a bit higher than 76.5%. So which means here 80. Similarly for 70 it will be the same. Okay, maybe it was 67.1 or 65.1, so they have taken as 70 as standardized value. So similarly for 30 and 35. So this is the formula for calculating the standardized values. Now this left hand side of this slide is is the actual value for India of 2024. In 2024, the actual value for the undernourishment of India was 13.7%, and for child stunting it was 35.5%, child wasting 18.7%, and child mortality 2.9%. Now, taking these actual values of India, we can calculate the standardized values for its indicators. Like standardized proportion of undernourishment value will be 13.5 divided by 80 multiplied by 100, where 13.7 is coming from this undernourishment actual value of India of 2024. So we get the value as 17.125. Similarly, for standardized CST value, 35.5 is coming from the child stunting actual value of India of 2024. So we get the standardized CST value as 50.71. Same thing for other indicators like standardized CM value 2.9 divided by 35 multiplied by 100 is equal to 8.29, where 2.9 is coming from the child stunting actual value of India of in 2024. So we have now calculated the standardized values for India of 2024. So taking values of the standardized actual values of India, we can now calculate the ZHI for India for 2024. So for calculation, I have noted down again the standard GHI formula. So we can replace the earlier standardized values which we have calculated in this formula. Like for example, ZHI is equal to 1 by third multiplied by 7.125. So this 7.125 is coming from here 17.125, which is a standardized PUN value. Similarly, all these values will be replaced in the formula. Same thing here, 50.71, 62.33 and 18.29. Then simplifying these, we get the ZHI equal to 27.31, which is the global hunger indexed score of India in 2024. So how to interpret this GHI score now? To interpret this, I have put in the table here where less than or equal to 9.9 score of GHI is taken to be low hunger, and the GHI score of 10 to 19.9 is considered to be moderate hunger. Then between 20 and 34.9 it is serious, and from 35 to 49.9 it is alarming, and the GHI score which is greater than or equal to 50 is extremely alarming. Now taking this GHI score of 27.31, where does it fall? It falls under this serious category. So which means that India's GSI score in 2024 was serious with a score of 27.31. So this is how we can calculate the GHI score for any specific country or for any specific region or for globally also. So I hope you understood what I have explained here, and next we will try to look at the HDI, that is the Human Development Index calculation. Thank you very much.